Support for Radio Friends comes from IT Como, offering computer and IT services for small businesses and residential clients. IT Como can set up remote work-at-home solutions and data security and backup systems and upgrade your company email to more modern platforms. IT Como can also help you get the most from your technology at home. Learn more at itcomo.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, June the 2nd. Pleasure to have you with us. I've got two of my favorite old-time people with us. And I don't mean that you're old.
That's true, too. But that's true, too.
Well, we're all getting up there. Dr. Joe MUSCATO and Dorreen Rardin, pleasure to have both of you here.
Thank you.
We really do go back a long way together. But you're here today to talk about caring hearts and hands. Who wants to bring us up to date on things?
Well, I can bring it up to date. Actually, we've been open since May 1. We are on our second guest, and we're getting another one today.
Okay, so Caring Hearts, explain what Caring Hearts and Hands is.
Caring Hearts and Hands is a end-of-life care home for people in the last 30 days of their life. They go there, we take care of them. They're on hospice. Hospice does all of the stuff medical. We are providing the home and the staff.
And the love.
And the love.
And the care. And hospice provides that love, too.
And it also is free.
It's all free of charge.
Yep, no charge.
So how many guests can you handle? Two?
Two at a time.
So you have one right now, and another one is
Today.
arriving.
Yep.
Dr. Joe, what are your thoughts on this?
It's a wonderful thing. You know, the only option you have in this kind of situation where somebody's home with hospice and then things get more difficult for the family, you know how it goes, Paul. You know, there's nearing the end of life. What do I do? Hospice is there and it will come out. But sometimes you feel like you just need something more or you just can't handle it. And the only option you normally have is to send somebody to the hospital, in which case you've got to go through that whole hassle. The hospice has to go through that. Where this is a much more home-like environment, and I think I showed you some pictures from
in
from
fact,
the house.
We've got some pictures that we can show right now, and it really does look. I'm looking at the kitchen. If I didn't know, I would say this is a family's kitchen, and then the bathroom, and then the bedroom. The only thing different there is you've got a hospital bed in the bedroom, but it looks like you're in a home. Yeah. The people that are there. What kind of response have you had from your first person?
She loved it. The family. The
family
loved it.
And can the family stay in the house with the patient?
They can stay in the house. Depends on how many of them there are. One can stay in the room with the patient at night, and then we have two beds down in our stairwell. They can
stay if they want to.
Yeah.
What do you see as the main benefit here to the patient and the family? Easing the burden?
Yeah. I was talking to the lady of the guy we got yesterday, and she's very frantic because she had been taking care of him and she just can't do it anymore. And she said to me that, they tell me all this stuff, but I don't understand it and I don't remember it, So I kind of review why you're seeing certain symptoms and what they mean and so forth. And she said, I'm so glad I'm not doing this alone.
Right. Because as you're reaching the end of life, the loved one is there to take care of the person that is moving on. But at times it can feel totally overwhelming.
Yep.
Overwhelming.
Oh, absolutely.
And you do forget things, and you want to do the very best that you can, but you're so emotional and tired that you may not remember everything. To have professionals loving and caring right there with you makes all the difference in the world. As far as the patient, how do you feel this affects the patient, Dr. Joe?
Oh, it's a tremendous relief to the patient because, if you think about it, if you're a patient, you're concerned about your loved ones, you're concerned about what's happening, and you're scared for yourself, and you don't know what's going on. And anxiety and the tension can rise, and everybody feels that, including the patient. Even if the patient's not that awake or not that alert, they still know about tension, and they still can understand that. So this relieves tension. This relieves stress and lets people just do what they can do, which is be family, and gives them some just ability to sort of help out, understand things a little better, and it relieves the stress for the patient as well.
And it makes the dying process easier. I remember you telling me about my mother. My mother was staying alive because she was concerned about me. And I'm sure many patients are concerned about their loved ones. They know, the patient knows that they're dying, but they're afraid to go because they're afraid to leave the loved one or what they're putting their family through. This helps make it a little bit easier.
Dorreen knows this really well, but a lot of times you need to give the patient permission to die.
That's exactly what you told me.
Yeah, it really is important, and it sounds strange, but I've seen this so many times. The patients will themselves to stay alive. The real normal thing is that they're going to die. But they're doing that because they're waiting for somebody, or they've got something unsettled, or they're just anxious. And all of that, this can help with, in terms of anxiety.
I know. And I said I've told this story before, but it's firsthand. When my mother, the last 3 or 4 days she was alive, you were checking every day. She was at home with us. And you said, your mother really should not still be alive. And you said, have you given her permission? I said, no. He said, give her permission. That's going to help. Yeah. And when I gave her permission, I said, Mom, it's okay. It's okay. I'll be okay. That was a turning point. Yeah. She was waiting. She was waiting for that permission to go. And maybe some people listening don't understand that. But
it's very real.
It is real. And I saw it firsthand with my mother, but you and Dorreen have seen it a lot, numerous times.
Yeah.
So what is it in the body that keeps us going until we feel that it's okay?
I don't know. I can't help you there, but it's real. I know it's real.
Yeah.
You're willing yourself to stay alive. You're willing yourself with all the energy. You can't stop it forever, obviously, but you're waiting for something. You're willing to. You see this all the time with family members. They're waiting for family members to come.
Yeah.
The last family member to come. You see that all the time.
Right.
And then when they leave, it's okay, and then they can go.
If people want to help out, or if they want more information, it's caringheartsandhands.org.
And hands.
And hands. Right.
Hands.
And you can make a donation there.
caringheartandhands.org.
One heart, 2 hands.
One heart,
Got
2
it.
hands.
And make a donation. Google it. And you can make a donation there and find out more information. Thank you both so much for coming by. It's a pleasure having you here, and continued success.